Absolutely. It feels like everything's shifting, technology, jobs, even what society expects.
Yeah, exactly. And it creates this pressure, almost, this feeling that you need to keep up, to adapt.
Which brings us to this whole idea of reinventing yourself. It's not just a buzzword anymore, is it?
No, it really feels, well, almost necessary sometimes.
Right. And the source material we looked at, the reinvention journey, has a really interesting take on this.
It does. It's not about, throwing out everything you are and starting completely fresh.
No, not at all. It frames it more as intentional growth, building on what's already there.
Right. Like embracing learning, finding a bit of courage.
A lot of courage sometimes.
Yeah, true. Finding the courage to step into a new version of yourself, one that feels more aligned.
Exactly. Like updating your own personal software, maybe? It's an ongoing thing.
I like that.
Yeah.
So where does this journey start, according to this source?
Well, it starts with something that sounds simple, but it's actually pretty deep. Awareness.
Awareness. Okay.
Yeah. The idea that you can't really change what you don't consciously see.
So becoming aware of what specifically?
The source points to things like your routines, the patterns you're maybe stuck in.
Okay, like autopilot mode?
Exactly. And also the roles you play, maybe roles you've outgrown. And importantly, those limiting beliefs you hold about yourself.
Ah, the inner critic stuff, the invisible wall.
Precisely. It's about really taking an honest look at your daily life, your thoughts, asking you, does this still serve me?
That awareness piece feels huge, especially now. It's so easy to just get stuck in the familiar, even if it's not fulfilling.
It really is. Just doing what you've always done.
So, okay, awareness is step one. Seeing the map, so to speak. What's the next move the source suggests?
Well, this is often the toughest part, according to the reinvention journey. It's letting go.
Letting go. Okay. Sounds hard.
It can be, because growth often means releasing your grip on the old stuff, like confronting that fear of the unknown, the fear of, maybe failing, or just the discomfort of shedding an old identity or a sense of security.
Right. The comfort zone that's actually become more like a cage.
That's a great way to put it. The source really pushes you to identify those comfort zones that are now holding you back.
That really hits home. It's one thing to see the rut, another to actually climb out. So after you manage to let go, what then?
Then comes a phase focused on curiosity, cultivating it.
Curiosity. Okay, I like the sound of that better.
Yeah, this is where you start to experiment a bit. You identify an area where you feel stuck. Maybe it's a career, maybe a skill, maybe just how you think about something.
And you approach it like a beginner.
Exactly, with fresh eyes. And the source makes it really practical. It suggests small, concrete experiments.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Like, say you're in a career rut. Don't feel you need this massive change overnight. The source suggests maybe exploring just 1 or 2 online courses in a field that interests you.
Okay, small steps.
Right. Or attending 1 virtual networking event just to listen in. Or maybe finding someone whose path you admire and asking for just like a 15-minute virtual coffee chat.
Those small actions build momentum, don't they? Less intimidating.
Definitely. And the digital world, as the source highlights, is fantastic for this exploratory phase.
Right, like podcasts, webinars.
Online communities, learning platforms. There's so much out there. You can access different viewpoints, learn new things incredibly quickly.
But there's a catch, isn't there? The source mentions a balance.
Yes, absolutely crucial. You can't just live online. Reinvention needs grounding in the real world too.
So balancing screen time with what?
With unplugging, quiet reflection, actual physical experiences, genuine, face-to-face connections. Without that, the growth can feel kind of disconnected.
That makes sense. Which sort of leads into another theme. The source brings up resilience.
Yes. Because this path, it's almost never a straight line.
No kidding. Setbacks, doubts, things not going to plan.
It's inevitable. And it can be scary, let's be honest.
Totally.
But the way the reinvention journey frames it is really helpful.
Right.
It suggests seeing these obstacles not as like personal failures,
but as
learning opportunities, as ways to actually strengthen your resolve. It shifts the focus from, oh no, I fell, to, okay, what did I learn? How do I get back up differently?
Right. Building that bounce back muscle.
Exactly. And throughout all of this, the awareness, the letting go, the curiosity, the resilience, the source emphasizes one guiding principle.
Which is?
Aligning everything with your true values.
The core values, using them as a compass.
Taking time to really reflect on what genuinely matters most to you. Your principles, your passions, the impact you want to make.
That becomes the filter for the choices you make.
Yes, it helps you decide which experiments to try, which paths to explore, how to navigate those setbacks.
And the source suggests actually weaving those values into daily life, right? Not just having them on a piece of paper.
Right, that's what brings this sense of purpose and real fulfillment to the whole process. It's the difference between just changing and changing in a direction that feels truly right for you, finding your true north.
So, putting it all together, the big picture from the source is that reinvention isn't really a destination you arrive at.
Not at all. It's presented much more as a dynamic, lifelong commitment to growth, to becoming more fully yourself over time.
So for you listening,
Yeah.
what does this all boil down to? The source really leaves us with this powerful thought. Your past doesn't dictate your future.
Right. Your current situation isn't permanent. The power to evolve, to change, is actually within you.
And it says that whole journey, which can sound pretty daunting, it starts with just one choice.
A fundamental one. The choice to simply believe in your own potential to change.
And then taking that first, maybe small, but brave step. So the question for you is, what small, brave step could you take today? Maybe it's 5 minutes of journaling about those limiting beliefs we talked about.
Or maybe sending that one email, reaching out to someone.
Or just committing to learn one tiny new thing you're curious about. That first deliberate step the source suggests, no matter how small, that's where your journey truly begins.